Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe Biggs with Infowars.com. Now, this year's election cycle was pretty intense. A lot of new truths came to light, a lot of things that we kind of already expected about Hillary Clinton. But one of the damning things was the fact that she was using an unsecured email server in her basement where she did send and receive classified information. And we all got light of that due to the WikiLeaks emails that were released from John Podesta. We found out all kinds of new information that really shed light on who she is, who the DNC is, and what's been going on. Yet we get all this information and nothing happens. The FBI Director James Comey comes out and lays out every possible reason why Hillary Clinton should be prosecuted, and yet nothing happens.
There is evidence that they were extremely careless in their handling of very sensitive, highly classified information. For example, 7 email chains concern matters that were classified at the top secret special access program at the time they were sent and received.
And then the President of the United States, Barack Obama, idly sits by and lets this atrocity happen in front of the American people when everyone can plainly see that she is lying to the American people.
I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified materials. I am confident that I never sent nor received any information that was classified at the time. I had not sent classified material nor received anything marked classified.
But one thing did happen in all of this. If you ever went to a Trump rally, there was one famous slogan that was chanted all the time, and that's something that hopefully will happen to her. But today I want to talk about the article that was published by the Drudge Report from the Washington Times. It says Navy sailor invokes Hillary Clinton defense and bid for clemency over classified photos. Now, this former Navy submariner sent to prison for photographing his ship's classified engine compartments has filed a presidential clemency request arguing that President-elect Donald Trump should realize the sailor was a scapegoat amid the FBI probe into Hillary Clinton's mishandling of classified material. The paperwork was filed Monday with the Justice Department's Office of the Pardon Attorney, which will now conduct an investigation. Now, the case of former machinist mate first class Christian Saucier has become a cause célèbre for conservatives. They watched the young sailor go to prison for carelessness with classified information, while Mrs. Clinton avoided any punishment whatsoever from the Obama administration, from the director of the FBI, and from the Attorney General Loretta Lynch. This shows you the political privilege that we've had in our government for quite some time, that a former first lady, that a secretary of state, someone who knows better, someone who's been in the government for this long, does know what that C means, does know what classified is, and she sent and received those things on an unsecured email server. Meanwhile, this young submariner, this guy who was working on the USS Alexandria, took his cell phone out, took some pictures of his work place where he was at on this nuclear submarine, and they stayed on his phone. He wasn't sharing them with Tehran. He wasn't sharing them with, our enemies around the world to help bring down one of these submarines. No, he clearly just took some keepsake photos with his phone of this area to show maybe his mom or dad, like, hey, look, this is where I worked at. This is what I did. Pretty cool, huh? A lot of people in the military do that. They want to have pride in what they did. They want to show their family members, hey, this is what I did. You didn't get to see it all the time because I was out here on the submarine, but check it out, man. I worked really hard. I'm proud of what I did. And now this guy is in jail. He was sentenced back in August of this year for taking these pictures. Now, he did plead guilty in a U.S. district court to a charge of unauthorized retention of defense information and was sentenced to a year in prison for what he calls taking keepsake photos. And Saucier is now being represented pro bono by Jeffrey Adicott, a retired Army judge advocate who directs the Center of Terrorism Law at St. Mary's in San Antonio, Texas. He seeks to help military service members whom he believes have been treated unfairly by the justice system. So this is the case. You've got a guy who took some photos. He's going to jail. You've got Hillary Clinton, who lied about Benghazi, who lied about coming under sniper fire, who lied about sending and receiving classified information. All this stuff came to light this year, and yet she gets to walk. Our only question is will they lock her up? Will we finally see Donald Trump and his cabinet put this woman where she belongs? And that is behind bars. This has been Joe Biggs with Infowars.com.
Wow.